it's important on knowing you. When I say as you walk with God, God will continue to help you. You won't even need an accountability partner because you will be able to hold yourself accountable and see things for what it is. When God is working on you, when situations happen, you won't go back into old ways and habits. You'll stop and you'll think and you'll say, okay, this makes me want to run. Because I know that I am a runner, that I don't care what the enemy is doing. I'm not going to run. I'm going to stand bold in what God is having, where God has me at, and what He is calling me to do. I am not going to run. Knowing you in this season is so important. Knowing who you are and what your old habits was to break cycles, you have to know you, and I mean know you. Listen, when I say that the enemy is trying to stop you with so many distractions, so many doubts, with so many fears in this season, so you won't reach your promise, but it's not going to work because we're going to say, God, I know me. I will run from the situation, but yeah, I'm going to go in that situation. I'm going to go in that workplace. I'm going to go in that job. I'm going to go to wherever it is that you still have me. I'm not running till my assignment is done. I'm not running till I am complete. I am not running because this is the situation. I'm trying to finish school. The enemy has been fighting me with trying to finish school, but also God is showing me because it's like, okay, you're this, how are you going to handle the situation? You can stop everything that you're doing. I could have quit, not got my last hours, but yet the enemy is a liar. The devil is a liar. I fought hard to finish. I went through hell and high waters to finish school. The enemy is going to try to stop you, and the things that the promises of, even with the promises of God, the enemy will send in distractions. No, you pray against it. Why am I feeling like this? Pray against it. Still fight. Still show up. It's time that you still show up because God will show you that I've handled it. But you will miss it if you give up in that moment. You will miss it. So y'all with me, going to my internship, I still showed up when I wanted to quit. When they wanted me, they was trying to push me out. By the lady putting her hands on me, the people in there calling each other by spirits. A Jezebel, that's not even her name. And I said, God, is this what's really going on? Like, cut on, this is what's going on. Like I said, okay, God, I see, I'm paying attention. And she purposely kept trying me. Like, but I'm like, okay, I'm going to go tell the manager. He don't want to do nothing about it. All right, cool. My response was, God, I'm done. Like, you know what? I was like, oh, it's like, you leaving? I clocked out, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I don't know if I'm gonna be back. But when I got home and I got into the presence of my Father, still show up. You're too close. That's all I heard. You're close. You're too close to breakthrough. You're too close to breakthrough. You gonna quit now when you work so hard to get right here? Do you know what you had to go through to get this? Do you know what you had to do? What you had to endure to get on this course? Not just with this, but the breakthrough. Do you know what you endured from when I got you and changed you at 30 up until now? Do you know what you endured? How far that? See, you changed. Don't go back in old habits now. But see, the importance of realizing and identifying who you are. Yep, I'm a runner, but yet, because I know that I'm not going to allow this situation to make me run. God, do you want me to sit still? Do you want me? And the way that you approach things now, I'm going to God about things. I'm going to God, like God. Because before, I'll just move out of how I want to. But the more you walk with God, I got to sit with you. What do you want me to do? You give up now, you're too close. The enemy stole so much from you. Are you going to keep allowing him to kill, steal, and destroy your purpose? No. I know who I am now. So know who you are in this season and allow God to work. And guess what? When you show up, I promise you, you might not think things change, but just like this, God will change it. Because, baby, when I say I walked into that place, the owner won't even say nothing to me. When I say completely left me alone, everything left me alone. He told me, and they see that I can't be controlled. I don't care what you say. This could be your establishment. But if you call yourself a man of God, listen, don't play with me. Because, baby, the way that I pray, guess what? Do you think anybody in that place messed with me? Everybody was quiet and hush mouth and left me alone. I literally, people all of a sudden that was speaking, I'll still go and hey, good morning, and they just like, they don't speak. God is showing you, like God will show you who's against you and who don't like you. But baby, you keep going up and you keep going and you keep showing up. The same person that tried to project, oh, I don't like to listen or I don't like correction, is the same one who is unprofessional and has no leadership skills, which is the owner. Don't allow people, because of what they're going through and what they see in you, to project their insecurities and their habits onto you. No, you're like that. We are not like that, but I will still show up, and I will still show up in love. I will still be kind. I will still walk in the fruits of my Father. And that's what you have to do. You still got to show up. No matter what people are doing to you, you still have to show up in Christ-like behavior. Because I'm not going to get on your level. I'm going to keep doing what I got to do because I came here for something. I came here not to work for you. I came here for my hours for school. I want to graduate. Nothing more, nothing less. It's unfortunate that I had to go through this turmoil, but yet this turmoil strengthened me. This turmoil almost broke me a little bit to where I bump it, but yet then I had to remember who I am and who I belong to. Those are not my insecurities. Those are not my doubts. Those are not my problems, because that when you are a child of God, you feel things around people and things get to you. And I don't like being, I have to be honest, I don't like being in a place of uncomfortableness. I don't like being around so many negative people or so many spirits, especially when God is putting you in a place where he's not even at. But people are saying that they belong to him. But if people belong to him, people should see that. When you belong to God, people should see that. Even with the persecution, people should still see God. So no matter what you're going through in this season, do not give up. You belong in the places God put you. You belong. You belong. Baby, wherever we at, we belong there. I don't care who don't see us fit to be there. You belong. I don't care what you lack. I don't care about none of that. God don't even care about none of that, because God qualified you. God said, I'm putting you there because, see, I trust you to go into the dark places to pull your brothers and your sisters up. I trust you. You're on assignment. You're not there for everybody. And guess what? Through the midst of me being there those 6 weeks, I reached the 3 people that I needed to reach. And then not only that, since the owner decided not to talk to me my last day, I told him straight up, I want to be a voice for your people. I said, since I've been here, I appreciate the opportunity. But I said, you have a great team. And he's like, oh yeah, I know. No, you have a great team. I said, just the same way I heard you, I said, I heard your team too. God put people in places for a reason. I said, are you a man of God? And he was like, yes. So okay. So I told this man, I said, you need to sit your team down and have a conversation with your team, because you have a great team, but hearing your team, they love what they do because they're inspired of making others' day. There has been, we deal with nothing but the restaurant. But then there's people there because they like fulfilling other people's day, because they deal with weddings. They like their job. They like what they do. They don't like management. They don't like the owners. They love what they do. They understand the importance of teamwork. If the person that decides to leave, like hearing the team, bump the owners, hearing the team, and this is how valuable that you have to be when you're walking with God, because God will have you be the voice. And you can't be scared. I'm not there permanently. If they're scared to speak up, and the beautiful thing of what God had me there, everybody was with the head down, quiet. But before I left, God just, because I speak up on things now, and I tell people, like, that's unfair. Y'all shouldn't be treated that way. How everybody just started talking. I said, God, this was not me. This was you. Everyone now has their voice. Everyone's like, okay, I want to find out what I want to do. I'm like, yeah, y'all don't have to be stuck here. Y'all don't have to be stuck here. Just let God use you. Please let God use you. When you walk with God, let God use you. Open up your mouth, because God say, listen, when I tell you to speak, you speak. When I tell you to do something, you do it. If you don't do it, it's on your hands. Like the blood is on your hands. And be that light wherever he has you at. People need to understand that they have a voice, especially people that don't understand it, or like don't even know what to believe in. They just want something to believe in. Like, you got a voice. There's a voice inside of you. God will use you mightily. God will use you in ways that just don't make sense. But the moment that I told this man, you believe God will put people in places? He was like, yeah. I said, so you believe the devil put people in places, right? I said, but it will destroy. The devil sends people to destroy what you have going on. And baby, when I say, as soon as I said that, he started cutting things off. Like, hey, okay, thank you for your, yeah, because he knows that. And he knows that the Jezebel spirit that I was dealing with, that I was working with, is not bad. It's not good for his team. No one who thinks about I, but where do they get that from? They picked it up from where she picked it up from the owner, because you feel like you got to do everything by yourself. If you have a team, I told him, I said, you even need to take off. Put somebody in a supervised position. This, just because it's yours, if you have a great team, you will never see the talents in other people. So I got a chance to be a voice for his team. God will use you and send you in places, because God gave me the boldness Saturday. God gave me boldness Saturday that I ain't never had. And when God give you that boldness, don't shrink. When God give you that boldness, do not shrink. It's important that you know who you are in God. Not in you, but who are you in God? Because I'm telling you, when you know who you are in God, you might get those fears, you might get those doubts, but you know who to cast them, who to cast them to. You know how to put on the armor of God. You know how to go get in his presence. But yet at the same time, God, am I running because of who I am? Or are you telling me to move now? Trust me, when God wants you, God will prepare you to move and not stay in places. But don't move before his timing. Because his timing, God will give you peace. But baby, God will give you a boldness and show you why you're there. Be that light in the midst of darkness. And God will have people leave you alone. I'm handling it. God reigns. He is in authority. He is in control. Yeah, this might be their establishment, but yet they're not going to touch you. They're not going to touch you. You're going to finish what you started. I started something in you and you're going to finish it. I'm using you and I'm going to finish using you because you need to finish. I'm showing you who you are in the midst of the chaos. Don't you dare move. Don't you dare shrink. Don't you dare dim who you are. I got you. You got to trust that. Look at my track record. Look at my track record. Do you not believe that I have you? God has us. So even though that we know us and what we want to do, that's why I love knowing who I am, knowing that my identity lies in him now, not myself. Because if trust me, I'll miss out on so many opportunities. You'll miss out on so many opportunities and things. So know who you are in God. Know that you matter. It doesn't matter how God used you. You may get hurt. You may get betrayed. You may get disappointed. You have discouragement. Pain may come. It's not going to stop. But yet God is the one that gives you peace through the midst of it all. God is going to use us mightily, not just for us, but for his children. You got to go save your brothers and sisters. You got to go be that light so they can feel like there's life. Go spark up that light in others. The same way God gave you mercy and grace, the same way that God sparked up that light in you when you was dead, when you was going down the path of destruction and death. Baby, you got to be used too. Who are you going to be used by? God or people? Because, baby, if I got to get hurt and go through some things and endure some things, I'm going to be used by God because I know what comes with that. His protection comes with that. And this last week, it was crazy because, like, listen, I don't like snakes. I don't like snakes at all. And I said, it's funny how we seen snake sheddings, and God's like, yeah, I'm killing the snakes. The snakes, the veil done came up, baby. I'm showing you, like, you're in the place of snakes. But the snakes can't touch you. You might fear snakes, but the snakes will not touch you. God is protecting his children. God got us. So allow him to work through you, in you, and allow him to be used in you. You are his vessel. You are an ambassador for Christ. You have to walk in the footsteps of Big Brother Jesus. The persecution that he endured, we don't have to endure that. He already paid that price, but you got to endure something for God. So don't get discouraged about what's going on, because God's going to reward you mightily. God's going to protect you. God's going to give you peace, joy, love, and he's going to prosper you at the right time when it's needed. And he'll have you at the right places too. So trust God in what he's doing in this season.